We're just about ready.
Morning, everyone. I'd like to invite you to join us in our regular board meeting of Tuesday, October 14th. And if everyone would rise and join me in the pledge. I pledge the flag of the United States of Republic and nation to God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. So with that, we will go to our public forum. We'd like to welcome the members of the public who have taken the time to attend this meeting and provide comments on matters related to district business. Any member of the public may address the board relating to any matter within the board's jurisdiction. This section is for comments on items not listed on the agenda. Person speaking during the public comment will be limited to 5 minutes, or depending on the number of persons wishing to speak, it may be reduced to allow all members of the public the opportunity to address the board. While no action or discussion may be undertaken by the board on topics presented in this section, board members are listening carefully to those comments and appreciate your input. Is there anyone that would wish, please step up to the podium. Thank you.
Back. Great article today in the newspaper about the wildfire defense plan. My name is Beverly Britz. I've been a ditch domestic for 35 years up on Mountain Boy Mine Road. So 2 topics that I want to talk about regarding the road and the ditch. The first one is that Mountain Boy is about 1.5 miles long and it's a private road. So we, the residents there, we're the ones that need to take care of the road. Some neighbors, different neighbors have cameras, and they say quite frequently it's the TUD trucks that are on the road. And I want to say that the ditch tenders that take care of that area are wonderful. But on September 4th, my neighbors recorded, I don't know what time of day it was. I guess it was one truck. It wasn't a regular truck. It was huge, huge truck. And this is what they said. Watch the video. I'm sorry, I didn't, it's on my email, so I didn't bring it. Watch all the way to end. They will come screaming through and you hear him shoving down on the gas to slide around the corner. So the video shows this truck, a different truck, much larger and newer, charging around that corner. And so we just ask you to talk about that topic, that it raises dust. And even though you can't see all the houses, we're there. And we notice things like that, and also the destruction of our road. Okay, the second topic, as I start here. The beginning of our road. And there is a culvert right there, right at the beginning. As you can see in these pictures, trucks going up it might not notice, but cars like mine definitely do. And you can see here's the road. There's a very unpleasant white fence that a neighbor put in there. And right by the end of that white fence is where the culvert is and goes into the ditch. And so what's happened over time with the erosion and rain is that that's wearing down. That's that stretch right there. And it really needs to be done, especially with the last storm that came in that just was a downpour, and now this current storm and on through the winter. So that is not our responsibility. We feel that it is TUD's for having, that's great that the culvert's there, it needs to be there, but to fix that part of the road, it's becoming more and more difficult to squeeze over to the side and go up it. That's it. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm looking at I also looked at the projects. You've got a lot of projects going on. And I'm just wondering when the one on that same ditch, the pipe that's very archaic and has leaks in it, when is that going to be done? Does anybody know? So we can be prepared as a neighborhood for water not being available.
I'll tell you what, if you leave your name with Melissa or with Abby, our ditch crew will definitely try and get in touch with you when that's going to occur.
Okay, and also I hope to see project fixing that area where the culvert is on there also.
Okay, thank you again. Anyone else? Okay, if not, then we will close the public forum and move to regular business. And Melissa.
The next item is staff report.
Okay, I'll go first. Busy a little bit. So on October 1st, I attended the Tuolumne County Natural Resources Committee. Nothing really of note that happened there. It's a monthly meeting. October 2nd, I met with President Ringen to discuss district business and future agenda items. October 3rd was a great day. Eric Hall took a number of us on a tour of the South Fork Stanislaus River headwaters and toured the Philadelphia Diversion Dam and ditch. And that was very enlightening for sure. October 7th, met again with President Ringen to discuss this agenda and future agenda items. Oh yeah, and on October 8th, I participated in the alternatives analysis workshop for Sierra Pines with Kiewit and the TU team. And I was very impressed with how that went. You just rest assured that the progress is being made on our design there. So that's it for me.
October 8th, the Kiewit meeting. This was really, really good with TUD staff and Kiewit. Lots of communication about the project is excellent. 10/9 went to the Tuolumne County Winter Coordination meeting. Just talk about what projects we have going, what's upcoming, what they're kind of predicting for weather. They wouldn't go any way this year at all, which is they usually have a direction, but nothing this year. And then just how we can help each other out through the winter months and see. And then just a reminder, ditch is this week. It started Sunday on the 12th and runs through the 19th. End of report.
And I don't have anything to report today.
I have too much in front of me. Good morning, everyone. Since I've got it in front of me, just my first topic, I just wanted to acknowledge really a lot of different people at the district, but today in the paper, this is the second page of the paper where the photo is. It's not on the front, but this is just an article about the newly installed fire water draft points. There's 4 new ones. You all saw the one in Confidence last month, I believe. And so Eric and his team, President Ringen, our partners got together, Tuolumne Fire, CAL FIRE, Twain Harte, CSD, the tribe, all have been collaborating for years following the Wildfire Defense Plan grant that we got for $250,000 that we developed and you all adopted earlier this year. And so it's all kind of coming together. We've installed now these 4 new draft points that are pleasing to the eye and also in line with our cultural and historical properties of the ditch, but also just are very practical for the firefighters to use. If they are in that area, they can use that area. If I'm missing anything or misspeaking, Eric, tell me. But we'll save our potable water if they're able to use the raw water. So that helps with our storage tanks if there is a fire in the area. So we're just really proud of the effort. It's been a culmination of a lot of people, a lot of agencies, and I think we've come out with a really solid plan for firefighting in the district. We have 49 identified fire water draft points. So we're just sort of at the beginning of this initiative, but we have spread the word widely. It was in the paper, it was in my Motherlode, it was on Aqua News, and it's always on our TUD website, it's on our Facebook, it's social media sites. We also sent it to CSDA. So it's just a really great project and wanted to highlight that for you this morning. So Emily also sent you an email with links to all of those different media outlets that you can find those stories at this morning. On my second item is we got a nice commendation from a customer on Jamestown Road. You may have seen some activity a little bit on My Motherlode, but on October 7th, we had a pretty large mainline break on Jamestown Road. And so it took a lot of effort to get that stopped and get the water back. But a customer out there, John Wright, called and wanted to praise the crew and responded to that water leak. He said the precision of work and how everyone came together was awesome to watch. He was very grateful that the response was quick and the repair was made quickly and efficiently. And so I just wanted to acknowledge the folks that were out there from our distribution department and you're gonna meet these folks today, so it's timely. Paul Behe, Albert Matlock, Brandon Terrell, and Ryan Thomas. And from our construction maintenance crew, we had Brian Sikora is the foreman, Tim Grambois, Bob Betzler, and Jack Morey. So it was a group effort, and so they did a fantastic job, and the customers just acknowledged that they did a really efficient job and got the water back in as soon as possible. Also, we celebrated Water Professionals Appreciation Week last week, so that was fun. Just had some, again, a little bit more media coverage on that, just acknowledging all of our water professionals here. And then the only other thing I'll mention is that on Friday, I'm going to Twain Harte Elementary School. They're having they're emphasizing career development for their middle schoolers or their junior hires. And so the principal there asked me to come and do a presentation up there about my career, but about TUD and what careers we have at TUD. So I'll report on that after next time. Thank you. Yes.
Just a quick question. Back to your first item about the fire water draft points. A couple meetings ago, I addressed the Board of Supervisors, and also CAL FIRE was there.
Yes.
And I kind of put the press on them about, are you going to help out on the fire water draft points or what? It's actually your responsibility. And of course, I got no response, but has there been anything coming from the county about that, about trying to help out or try and get those rest of those fire water draft points put in?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
CAL FIRE was involved, but from the county directly, not from my knowledge.
Yeah, kind of figured that. Keith Stan Erwimp is working to, I don't know how to exactly describe it, but slide a few in here and there. So keep your eyes open for that. We'd like to get it. Well, thank God with this rain, I guess we've hopefully made it through the fire season. And, but certainly would like to see all those in, if at all possible, by the next fire season, because having them throughout the county like that will be a blessing for, if there's a fire anywhere near there, to one of them, that would be an ideal spot, you know, quick turnaround to fill up the trucks and get the fire out. So anyway, thank you.
Great. Go ahead.
No, just wanted to reiterate how much we appreciate your leadership, Ron, and making this, President Reagan, making this happen.
Thank you, but I'll tell you what, it's been a huge team effort. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody that has bought into it realizes the value. And if we have any fires in the future after these are going to be already CAL FIRE and our local fire people. And there's a fire now, they know that it has to go out now. And this will when Chinese camp is a definite bad example. I mean,
No.
we don't want any more of that. So, yeah, this has been a great thing with everybody being involved in it. So hopefully next year we'll not have any more problems.
Anyway, thank you for that. Also, Abby, I wanted to ask what day you're going to be at Twain Harte. Both my kids my older kids went to Twain Harte for a period of time. So it's
This Friday,
this
the
Friday. Of
7th, I believe
Okay.
that's the 17th.
course, I'll be out of town, but
Oh,
love to take it in sometime.
yeah. I'll keep you posted on future presentations. Did you have something, Don?
Well, I just wanted to, also tag on to that article. Director Ringen, back in June, we had the Mountain Counties Roundtable in Tuolumne, and the focus was on communication, collaboration equals success. And this is a glaring example of everybody pulling together and making something happen. I'm just here to tell the board that there's many opportunities to do other work with different entities if we can just continue to reach out and work with our local partners. So there's more opportunities, I'm just saying. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I guess then with that, we will move to board communication and reports. Who would like to go first? Okay, go for it.
So I wanted to let the board know Jeff, the chairman of the sewer committee, I've already discussed this with, but this Thursday, there's going to be a seminar regarding reuse of wastewater and particularly extracting from wastewater things that could be beneficial for sale or other use. So anyway, so I'll be doing that Thursday. I'll report when I get back. Thanks.
I have nothing to report.
I have nothing to report.
I have nothing to report.
Okay, on 9/24, attended the TUD Safety Fiesta, and I thought it went off really well. It's well planned, and I hope that the employees got a lot out of it, and they should be proud of what they've accomplished. I think that there's a lot of good going on out in that field, as well as here in the office. 9/25, met with a GM and HR director concerning employee issues and general TUD issues. 10/2, met with GM, staff, and district council project issues. 10/7, excuse me, met with the GM, TUD business and agenda review. 10/9 and 10/10. Attended the Mountain Counties Water Resources PCWA, which is Placer County Water Association tour. So that was last Thursday and Friday. Boy, was that an eye opener. We think we got it bad here with spread out infrastructure. The reservoir and power hub. We visited 2 reservoirs and we visited 2 powerhouses and viewed an unbelievable devastation from the mosquito fire and the King fire. I saw the King fire before several years ago, the aftermath. But I can't believe you can look for miles and miles and see nothing but standing black sticks and nothing else. I mean, it's just amazing. But at any rate, where I was going with this originally was, we think we got it bad. The reservoir and powerhouse that we visited and where we stayed overnight only takes 2 hours from the office to that site, of the most hard driving, back and forth switchback, roads that might as well have buckboards on them. I mean, I don't know how they keep their equipment up. I really don't. And we think we got it bad here. Take a visit up there, you'll see what bad is. Any rate, I guess what I wanted to say here is that the biggest thing is that we need to make our Central Valley, our Bay Area, and especially our Southern California neighbors aware in spades where their water comes from. All the reservoirs, or the two reservoirs that we visited were on, were drawn way down, getting ready for the winter runoff to hit them. But with that having been done, it showed what damage the fires have done as far as silting up those reservoirs. It is incredible the amount of capacity that they have lost and what they're dealing with in order to just allow the powerhouses to still run because of the amount of silt that builds up against where the water intakes are. I mean, I can't even describe it. I won't even try it. It was absolutely eye-opening. So we need to educate those people about where their water comes from and how the forest needs to be taken care of. And we can't do it. I mean, we don't have the money, we don't have the manpower, and the money that's being made available for it is being sent to Southern California and stuff like that because they have the votes down there and the influence on the legislators to maneuver the money down there to projects. I have no idea how it helps their water situation when it should be coming up here to the forest to keep the forest healthy and so on. So at any rate, I think we all as board members have a work cut out for us to educate those people from Southern California, especially. I know I've tried my best every time I go to like Aqua or whatever, but talk to them. I wish I had pictures and so on, and I could put on a quick class for you so that you could go down there armed and ready to talk to them, because Director Rio witnessed a little discussion I had with a gentleman from Southern California, and he could not, would not, and will not say where the water comes from. It bubbles out of the ground at the Delta, just magically. So anyway, and I think that is it for me. So with that, we'll close the reports, and Melissa.
Okay, consent calendar. Item number 1, minutes of the regular board meeting of September 23rd, 2025. Item number 2, approval of reimbursement claims for director's statement of meetings attended and/or travel expenses and claim summary for September 2025. Item number 3, authorization to cancel the November 11th, 2025 regular board meeting scheduled for 9 a.m. and schedule a special board meeting for November 18th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Item number 4, annual 66013D capacity charges report for year 2025. And item number 5, approve revisions to the public forum language and time allotted for public comment.
Okay, is there a board member that'd like to pull any of the items? Nobody? Well, guess what? I would like to pull the claim summary, but only for one quick question. And it's to our finance director. I noticed in there that on page 20 of 21, that we paid property taxes for a little under $1,000. What I don't know why, but I was under the impression that we don't pay property taxes. But then when I thought about it for a while, then I thought, well, I bet we do because we have services that the county provides and so on, so we would have to pay for that.
Yeah, so we technically don't pay property taxes, with the exception of these small items. Many of them are actually related to CSAs. So, I don't know if you know what CSAs are, but they are agreements that certain neighborhoods may have with the county to maintain their roads. And so if we have properties within those CSAs, we pay some of those CSA. We are good neighbors in that, and we pay part of the CSA fees as well. So that's what the majority of those are.
Okay, that totally makes sense because I couldn't understand why it's such a small amount too. So, okay, well, that's it for me. Is there any further questions or anything, comments? Yes.
So the CSA that, or the lady that spoke earlier, would the road that they have private road be covered under the CSA possibly?
I
No?
don't know if that one specifically has a CSA or not. It sounded like it doesn't. It sounds like they privately, Eric's agreeing that they privately maintain it. It is not a CSA.
Oh, thanks.
You have something? Yeah.
Well, I can speak to that a little bit. I'm familiar with those. CSAs are, the other lady that was here, she has what I heard her say was a road agreement. And that could be a formal or informal agreement with a bunch of neighbors that participate in graveling or paving or maintaining a road. A CSA, County Services Agreement, that's something that has come up in the last several years, like on new subdivisions and whatnot. And it's basically the same thing, the same idea, but it's more established. It's the county collects the funds due for a CSA through the tax, through your county tax bill. And then that money is applied for any maintenance or whatnot on the road. So the CSA is a much more formal agreement rather than a road maintenance agreement. That makes sense?
As I recall with LAFCO, they have to be approved through LAFCO, the CSAs.
That's a good question. They may have to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Got a LAFCO meeting next month. Maybe we'll ask that question, right, Carol?
Thanks.
Good idea.
Okay, any further comments or questions? Then I'll open up to the public. Anybody from the public have anything to say on the consent calendar? Seeing none, bring it back for action. Come on, somebody accept this.
I move that we accept it.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, 5-0. Melissa,
Okay,
please.
regular business. Item number 6, update on district operations for August 2025.
Okay, I'm up here. I'll make a note, and a special note here that we are talking about the operations report for August. And here we are mid-October, so just keep that in mind as we roll through this. On page 2, under the raw water ditches, I note here that, we've already talked about this, but we completed fire water draft points on the lower Columbia ditch. On the next page, page 3, you can sort of see some of that, some other work that the raw water division's been doing, including the before and after pictures, I think, of the Phoenix Dam before and after the goats. Yeah, on the bottom right-hand side, there's.
That's a pretty dramatic change.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the cost per acre foot on that is, but it's fairly inexpensive, I think. I mean, fairly expensive. What was I thinking? Page 4, water
Did you
supply.
pass the reservoir levels? I didn't put any pages down here for my questions. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm right. I'm here now. Water supply on
Okay,
page 4.
good.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll let you say whatever you're gonna.
I didn't have anything to say other than,
Oh, well, I do.
okay.
I was gonna suggest that, funny, I'd bring this up after going to Placer County, but, it shows, reservoir levels and so on, which is all fine and good, but that's the water level. Should we not maybe start taking measurements of the base level, silt and debris? See if we have a reservoir anymore or just a mud flat?
So, Eric, I mean, this is called bathymetric.
Yeah, bathymetric surveys, which are done on Lions and Pinecrest, and the ground above them, it's granite. There's not much that can wash into either of them. So I think Lion, since it was built, has lost 200 acre feet in storage, and Pinecrest is minimal.
Yeah, Pinecrest, I can imagine, but Lions, I keep thinking that vision of trucks, four-wheeling, mud flying.
Yeah, they did a bathymetric survey for the relicensing, and like I said, it was 200 feet less, 200 acre feet less.
Less.
Very, very minimal.
Okay, thank you.
Your point isn't lost, though, that if we had a devastating fire in there, we'd have more silt build up.
I got a question too for Eric. I see on Pinecrest, that was September 10th, so that's about a month ago. 5608 was the elevation. I know I was there the other day. It's way down. Any idea what the actual elevation is now?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, but I know we got islands out there and.
Yeah, we're pulling water down in the
Mhm.
Lions, trying to get it back up to 2,500 acre feet. And then there's water also going down the Philly, spinning the Spring Gap Powerhouse.
Yeah, okay. I was just curious because I was there right before Labor Day, and it's a whole different lake now.
It is. They pulled the fire boat last week, I believe. That's the elevation issues.
And that's normal.
It is.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's just, when you see it and then, of course, it's been a month, but, it's drastic.
It is. It goes quick.
Yes, it does.
I don't know if you just said this, but that's normal operation.
Yep.
You're not seeing anything.
Yeah, no, that's right, yeah.
This happens every year
Yeah.
at this time.
So I've got a question follow-up to President Ringen. How about Phoenix Lake? What's the bathymetric situation there?
It went up
Don't bring that
as we
up.
dredged. So we're waiting on the grant, do more work, and yeah.
Cool.
All right, page 6, water treatment division. Again, nothing startling to note there. Demand seem about normal, but just a slight less from the year before.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt again? 'Cause I should have put pages. Of course, I don't think there is pages on
There
there.
aren't, but I had to do it on my own.
At any rate, I didn't. On the climate prediction area. What does SON stand for and what does DO stand for? Last sentence in both.
Seasonal Sonora prediction favor, I guess that's Sonora. I don't know. That's Sonora, who,
No, I'd have to go. I do not know off the top of my head. So it's not a DO, it's D0 for drought.
Oh, D0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked our alphabet soup. It's not on there.
It is or it
It is
isn't?
not.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, well, I did check it, believe it or not, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, if you click on that map,
Why can't we
DO, that's the first stage. None is no drought. And then the next level is DO, which is abnormally dry, but it's the first, it's almost none. Because then it goes to moderate, goes to severe, it goes to extreme and exceptionally. So, it's only one click above.
Okay.
No drought, so.
All right, thank you. And then, excuse me, I think also back in that area was spill dates. And it said, I'm asking, I guess, with the figures given for, especially for, Lions, would that be quote unquote normal, but early normal?
That's what happened this year, but it was a little bit early. Yeah,
So it's normal, but
It's-
it's just a little bit early.
it's a little early. Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's it.
Okay. On page 7, the second page of the water treatment division, just note there that, we had, Eric and his team had the West Side Reservoir in Tuolumne, which you guys visited not too long ago, stocked with fish, and those fish are thriving and growing. And, when you first jump into water treatment, the very first thing you learn is to protect your water source. And, this is in an effort to enhance the source water for the water. So, a good population of fish and other aquatic life help, a good healthy reservoir. Distribution division, again, really busy but noteworthy. The remote meter upgrade project is still in progress, but from July to August, there were 707 installed, which is remarkable.
Wow.
Remarkable. Really proud of.
You know what else is remarkable is that we're over 80% complete.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and that's for August. Remember, it's October now, so we're better than that. But we'll save that for later. We'll celebrate later. Next meeting. And I don't know if you can see, but we have the, in all the divisions, you see the new fiscal year 26 project, CIP projects in various states of process. These are new, so very few are complete, except for one, the lower Longeway hydraulic improvements, that's been completed. So that's good for us. Couple of pictures of, some of the work they're doing, likely, due to the meter installation program, the before and after, which you're going to go meet with the division, this distribution division here pretty soon. So if you have any questions for them, they're excited to see you today too. They're really pumped up to meet you guys. So hopefully we can all endure the rain and go say hi to them. Construction and maintenance, who you're also going to meet the second part of the meeting, the deal today. Just look at that list of leaks they've had to deal with. That's 34 repairs. And it's been several months like this of this volume of leaks. And while doing that, they're still productive, working on making progress on CIP projects and other things. So pretty proud of them. On the next page, what I call page 12, water projects. I note 3 or 4 different things there. Third bullet down, they're working on a fire hydrant that was just hit down at the lower Save Mart, and they've moved it to try and protect it even more. They're continuing to work on the Gibbs tank project. They're working on the Summit pipeline project, which to go through today, and then also working on the Willow Springs Sewer Lift Station. And so in addition to the 34 leaks that they had repaired, they're still making good progress on these things.
Couple of comments, questions. So when a fire hydrant, just for my own information, when someone knocks down a fire hydrant, are they on the hook for fixing it, or we do it as a service to the public?
We'll fix the hydrant because it's usually ours.
Right.
But do we sometimes charge the entity that broke them?
So if there happens to be a report filed, like a police report or something, then we can back charge them to do it. But if someone hits it and takes off and we have a report, then
Sure.
it's on us.
Okay, great.
On
Then-
this specific one, sorry to interrupt, on this specific one though, at Lower Save Mart, there was a police report and we did, in fact, any day now, we should be getting a check for, I think it was a little bit better than $11,000 for that repair.
Wow.
So from the distribution company whose truck driver hit it.
And then secondly, on the Summit pipeline project, 2,000 feet of 8-inch, that is phenomenal. I was just curious, just curious if we had hired that out versus doing it in-house, how much would we have spent, or how much did we save by doing it in-house?
It's
Just a ballpark.
significant. It is significant. I'm not gonna guess right here, but it's well worth the price to do it in-house. You're beating me to the punch, you know, in the coming weeks or months, I was gonna actually have the engineering department give me a sort of an estimate if had we gone out to bid, what would have cost versus what the actual project completed here. No, look forward to that. That's coming in the next few weeks.
Great. Yeah, I just commend the construction team for all their hard work and the management for the foresight and making it happen.
Welcome. And, you know, mental picture, or at least take this page with you when we go to Summit. And you might want to ask what are we looking at with the double barrel pipelines, and we'll answer those questions out there. Okay, wastewater collections, pretty normal for them. So nothing really to report there. They're pretty consistent with their maintenance. Although there were no reportable sanitary overflows, which is always good. Wastewater treatment division, again, summertime, into summer stuff, looks pretty normal, nothing alarming here. Yep. We'll note on the employee development, safety and security training and activities, the very first one, education, testing, certification. We're excited to announce that Jake Stone and Fernando Toledo have successfully passed the Historic Properties Management Plan Knowledge Exam. Congratulations, both of them, for their accomplishments. And so that is a new deal for us here at TUD. Yeah, and it's just a kind of a note to the public and to the board how we do appreciate and treat our ditches, our historic ditches. We have the full understanding of our role in preserving them and maintaining them and make them all efficient. So Eric and Abby and others, this is the plan, the Historic Property Management Plan, but Eric and Abby and others put together a test and exam, and we've had 2 pass the exam now, and I'm pretty proud of that. Nobody asked us to do that, but we did. That's our commitment to our ditches. And that is the end of my report.
You got something? Because I do.
Yeah, it just occurred to me seeing that a suggestion or something to consider would be to have maybe a slide presentation for the board, just to see what's in the plan, just kind of a high level overview of the plan, so we understand some of the challenges that you have.
No.
He said high level.
High level.
There's stuff in there that's not public.
Oh, okay.
It's not a public document. It's
Got
an
it.
internal and has a lot of sensitive information that doesn't need to go out.
Okay.
So I said no, but let us think about it, and maybe there's parts of it that we can do.
Maybe like a satellite view.
Yeah.
There you go. Google it. Anyway, just a thought.
So you beat me to the punch. That was the big thing that I was going to bring up about that, is what all that was about. So I'm very encouraged and happy to see that being done, because that's a big part of what we've got going on. I mean, those ditches are heirloom and very valuable to not only TUD but to the whole community. So that's great. The other thing I wanted to ask about was hazardous material business plan inspections. Who did it, and what's going on there? And that sounds like it could be pretty expensive.
I'll take that one. So that falls within our safety programs. And so hazardous materials business plans are a plan that we have to have at many of our critical facilities, which contain some kind of hazardous materials within certain threshold quantities. So all of our water treatment plants, our regional wastewater treatment plants, some of our pump stations and lift stations that have some kind of a chemical, even with generators that have a certain amount of diesel in them or a propane tank at a certain level. So the county is our CUPA agency, Certified Unified Protection Agency. So they perform the inspections to make sure that we are following all the regulations with respect to how we store the materials, our emergency plans. We also share our plans with all of the EMS services. So the fire departments have our HPMPs, HMBP, too many acronyms, Hazardous Materials Business Plan. And then every 2 years, they come out and do inspections on our facilities. So based on our facility, what our chemical inventory is, the quantities of them, the site plan, where they're being stored, and are they being stored properly? Has the staff been trained? Are the emergency procedures in place? So their inspector comes out and does those inspections and lets us know if we have any recommendations or any violations. And so we had these most recently. We have to update them every year. We enter them into an online EPA system. And so they just check that we have everything we say we're going to have and that we're doing everything within the guidelines. And we got a 0 violations on those inspections.
Okay, that sounds great.
And yes, it is expensive.
Yeah,
Several $1,000s to permit all of our facilities.
yeah, and I think that's where I was finally edging around to. First of all, I think it's great that it gets done, because there's, although TUD always bends over backwards and is way beyond the regulations and everything, but with as dysfunctional as the county is, who in the world made the inspection? Because last I heard, they had no inspector.
I think it's
And
a different.
also, how how much time is involved for that many thousands of dollars that they charge for the actual, I mean, are we getting any kind of honest value for what we're being charged? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
It is important. We do have a good partner there it's in environmental health is the partner, and there's I don't know if he's still in fire, but a fire professional that has come in and is doing the inspections. He's highly competent and is a great partner for us. We've had really good relations with him. So I don't have any issue there with that. It is a good thing that we have coordination with the county and the fire agencies, because it's important for them to know where we're storing hazardous materials at our facilities if there's an emergency. So there is value to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it is a lot of work, just like everything.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Don. If you're through. No other questions, by the way? Anyone from the public? No? Okay. Then Melissa, we'll move on.
Okay, item number 7, Coach's Corner, Meet the Team, Part 4.
Okay, me again. Second to last part here, Meet the Team, Part 4. Today, we're going to go out there and see the water distribution and construction and maintenance divisions. I'll give you a little bit about both here. The Water Distribution Division performed preventative maintenance on the district's distribution facilities, including 300 miles of treated main water lines, pressure reducing valves, booster stations, storage tanks, and over 100 different pressure zones. The division also oversees the backflow prevention and cross-connection control programs. The distribution division focuses lately has been on the acceleration of the automated meter reading water meter installation project this year. It's enough of them. And then on the construction and maintenance, the district's and construction and maintenance crews handle day-to-day repairs and major construction on behalf of the district customers. The construction and maintenance staff play major role in implementing cost-effective water and wastewater capital infrastructure for the district, in addition to attending to hundreds of repairs each year, including responding 24/7, 365 to water and sewer mainline and lateral breaks that require immediate attention. The district responds to water line breaks and other infrastructure failures throughout the year, often magnified by inclement and freezing winter weather. The district goal of improving infrastructure through an aggressive capital improvement program is intended to reduce these service requests over time. Construction and maintenance staff are currently working on CIP projects such as Summit distribution improvements, Willow Springs Sewer Lift Station rehabilitation, and the Gibbs Tank project, to name just a few. And so with that, I'm ready to take you guys on a road trip. Bring your umbrellas. So what do we do? What do we do? We just continue. What are we doing now? Recess the meeting, and I'll let you know when it's over. Okay.
Okay.
Take a few minutes. Meet
Yes.
outside.